So in 2004, I moved back from Lisbon, Portugal, where my family were missionaries for almost 9 years. My first day in a classroom ever was at Oklahoma Christian. I was homeschooled my whole life. Everyone was incredibly welcoming and made the best friends I ever had here. Actually, when I was in high school, I told my parents I was going to go to Harvard. In order for me to do that, I wanted to go somewhere where I could create roots and get involved. OC was a smart choice for me just because it allowed me to have a larger impact. I wanted to go into policy, I wanted to go into government. Harvard is the best in the world to do that, and so I wanted to be part of the best. And so from day one, started working with my teachers here on what do I need to do? What are the things I should be involved in? I didn't come from the background where you would typically expect, someone would be going to a place like Harvard. And so the people who had helped get me there were a huge element of that. So it was a huge validation for myself, for my mom who taught me from day one as my teacher, and my dad as well. After Harvard, I came back to Oklahoma City. So I worked for Chesapeake Energy for a little while. I was there for about a little over a year and had the opportunity to go work for then Congresswoman Fallin, who's now governor. It's an incredible feeling to help draft legislation and get it passed in the legislature and see the governor of the state sign that document and create law from something that you helped create that's going to save hundreds of millions of dollars and impact millions of people's lives. When I was with the governor and the tornadoes hit in 2013, I'll never forget the night those tornadoes hit, driving those streets and walking down in the rain, seeing hundreds of people who were suddenly homeless, and just the most devastating thing I've ever seen in my life. But to see those people help each other and to see the state come together and really the country come behind us. And it's just an example of who I want to be as a person and who I think even like OC helps foster those types of people. Google was just such an interesting opportunity, and it was something that was so unexpected. My job is to advocate for innovation and policies that will support technology and growth. And I get to travel to different states and work with local governors, city council, mayors, state legislators, attorney generals, things like that. When you think of Google, you think of a search engine. Most people, that's all they know about Google, but Google's doing so many different things that are literally transforming millions of people's lives every single day. It's a rare opportunity at my age to have the ability to impact millions of people's lives, let alone 10 people's lives through legislation, through smart policy choices. And to do that with Google on a much larger scale was incredible. OC is home to me because I've grown up overseas my whole life as missionaries. I've lived all over the country, but for the first time in my life, I feel like I have a home base. My mentors are still here, my colleagues are still here, the people I work with are still here, and it's just, OC is home because it literally has created for me a sense of just community, and this is where I belong.